If you're tuning into these segments for the first time today, you're going to hear me talk about a wedding. No, I'm not here to do marriage counseling. I'm not here to do couples therapy. But I'm talking about a wedding practice that took place in the first century, in the time of Jesus. Why am I doing that? Because there was a process that took place. There was responsibilities in place that the groom had to the bride. Now, many times when they asked Jesus about the end times, he would give responses, and to us as Gentiles living in North America, thousands of years and miles removed from the culture of Israel, we have a hard time understanding, why did Jesus respond like that? Why wasn't he more direct? Well, the truth is, he was actually very direct. And those living in that time, they would have had a smile on their faces when he gave certain answers, because they would have known exactly what he was talking about. Let me give you an example. After the betrothal had been complete and he had given a gift to his bride, or he'd offered her the cup, he had paid the price, what he had to do is that he had to go away now back to the Father's house. And still to this day, if you go to Israel, and I'll take you there, I'd love to, when you go there, you'll see all these beautiful homes, but then they have these partially finished concrete homes attached to them, or there's other partially finished homes on other parts of the property. And if you ask, what's that all about? They'll say, oh, our son is building his home for his future wife. Or he just got engaged, but now he's working on the house for when they get married. So literally, in a father's house, there can be many rooms or there can be many mansions. And when they asked Jesus about his coming back, he said, I will come back, but first I have to do what? I have to go and I have to prepare a place for you. In my Father's house are many rooms or many mansions. I mean, the similarities are so striking. And this all comes because we understand the holy days. These feasts, they still speak powerfully to us today. I have time just for one example that I really hope will get you excited. And it's just about the wedding dress. The wedding dress in the first century they looked like wrinkles, these pockets that were sewn into the garment of the woman. And that was done so that when you would come down the altar or you come down the aisle, people would put money in those wrinkles of the dress to help pay for the wedding. In my culture, being Portuguese, we still do this today. We pass around our shoes at the wedding. People put money in it and it helps pay for the wedding. But Jesus said, when I come back, I'm coming back for a bride without spot or wrinkle. What does that mean? That means no other price has to be paid. Everything necessary for the wedding has been paid for. Isn't that so beautiful? In a simple wedding tradition, in a simple celebration and study of God's holy days, we see that he's still speaking to us today. So you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be confused. You can have hope because of God's holy days.